Tonight, I have the great honor and inspiration of introducing Jackie Safier, CEO of Prometheus Real Estate Group and president of the Helen Diller Family Foundation, as this year's recipient of HIF's Industry Award. This award recognizes an individual's long-standing commitment to philanthropy throughout the region. Jackie truly exemplifies the spirit of HIF in both her personal philanthropic philosophy, but also in how that philosophy has guided the giving ethos of both her family foundation and that of Prometheus. Jackie, through her work with the Family Foundation, has directed considerable monies in grants to organizations locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally, with a focus on education, the arts and sciences, and giving locally in her own backyard. As we all know, HIF is very unique in its ability to synthesize industry expertise, volunteer hours, and direct financial support to leverage our impact. Jackie has infused this same approach within Prometheus. Prometheus, as we know, has grown to be one of the largest, most successful multifamily operators and owners in the region in its storied 50-year history. Equally impressive, in my opinion, is the firm's approach to giving back, doing such innovative things as adopting a charity each year in every market in which they operate, empowering its team members to collectively volunteer over 4,000 hours per year, think about that, and committing to donate over 30% of their annual cash flow. Prometheus has been deeply involved with HIF since its formative days 30 years ago. The firm has participated and led countless renovation projects, including an upcoming project in October at a domestic violence shelter at St. Vincent's de Paul. Prometheus has always been a member of the board and started what is affectionately known as the Rod Standard Grant Program. We are grateful for all of their impassioned support. On behalf of the HIF family, I'm thrilled to present you with this award and with a framed letter from a 16-year-old daughter of a family who, with the help of an HIF emergency housing grant, returned to stable housing after years of living locally in an RV. A warm reminder of the impact we have one family at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jackie Safier.
Thank you, Jamie, and thank you very much for this honor and welcome tonight. I was just going to talk briefly about our philosophies around business and purpose. First, it's meaningful for all of us to have a purpose beyond economic results. My dad, who started Prometheus back in 1965, always did have a deeper purpose. Both parents always tried to give what they could with whatever they had. First, it started with time, and then as the business grew more successful, and included financial resources. The optimal combination, we believe, is if you can give both time and financially, it's the most gratifying and also the most impact. In the origins of Prometheus, we've always had philanthropy, but it was kind of separate from the business, as was kind of done back in the day. But more recently, we've really connected and integrated the two, because it's really our Prometheans who drive the success of the company with their time and efforts, and also drive the extent of the philanthropy. Our purpose at Prometheus is good living for the greater good, and very simply, good living is kind of bringing back that old-fashioned sense of being neighborly, that sense of neighborhood that we all need in this world, and the greater good relates to our giving time and financially to have a positive outcome for the locally and in the world. A second philosophy is that everyone's path is their own, but you do have a responsibility to give back. It's a joy, it's a privilege, and how you choose to give back is certainly up to you, but it is a responsibility. And I think if we all inculcated that in our cultures, we could really create a meaningful ripple effect and just an incredible positive force for the world. Also, when you give back is also up to you. My mother had a saying that it's never too early, too late, or too often to give back and make the world a better place. that was kind of inspired because our family's one of late bloomers. My dad didn't was an attorney till close to 40 before he started Prometheus. So so everyone in this room, I'm sure, is way ahead of that and knew your career path before that. So you're in a much better spot. And then it also, just as far as it's never too late, my dad actually gave one of his largest grants. It was to build a new UCSF hospital at Parnassus Heights the day before he passed away. So. And then finally, giving back, we think, is additive to the economic success versus deductive. At least that's what we found. I think there's data to prove it. And, obviously, if you really give back in a real way, we think it, creates loyalty among your customers, your teams, your vendors, and just in general, makes life more meaningful and happier. So. And then finally, I did want to thank HIF. They do incredible work in our community. We are so lucky to be in real estate here in the Bay Area, and it's really a wonderful opportunity that we all have the privilege of being able to help with HIF. They've changed the life of so many people, and we are also so very lucky to have them as an organization. So thank you guys. Have a good night.